This is the Celtic Forever podcast, and we're here to discuss everything Celtic. I've got John with me today to go over everything. How are we doing today, John?
Aye, okay, mate. Now the dust is settled, we're looking at the international break, which is, I don't know if you actually follow Scotland, but I certainly do. I think they're doing quite well just now, so it's always worth watching Scotland. They're flying away at the top of their group.
Aye.
We'll keep an eye on them anyway, see how they get on.
But we'll start with the Glasgow Derby at the weekend. Just as you say, the dust is settled. This is the aftermath of the big game a couple of days ago. How are you feeling? I know you're on a high on Sunday night. How are you feeling now after the dust is settled?
Still good. Aye, I've still watched the highlights a couple of times. I also watched a rerun of the game. It gives a bit more in-depth look at the game, because, when you're watching these derby games, it just kind of flies past and you miss a lot of things. But I watched the rerun of the game. It's still good to watch. Yeah. It's always good to watch them, isn't it?
Aye. Obviously, the aftermath is they're raging, aren't they, with the decision, with the free kick that led to the goal that they didn't get. They're obviously raging with that. And they've wrote a letter to the SFA, obviously, complaining about it. You've got to laugh at that. I think one decision goes against them and the right to the SFA. But I'm the same as you. I watched the rerun of the Celtic game on Sunday. And what I didn't notice was the push on Kyogo. Did you see that during the game? I think it was Butland, the goalkeeper, that pushed him in the back.
I seen it. I didn't see it during the game, but I seen it when I watched the rerun. A clear as day penalty.
I missed it. I didn't see it. I can't believe that. I mean, they're going on about one decision. That was a stonewall penalty. You don't hear us writing to the SFA. It's unbelievable. What do you make of them writing to the SFA complaining about one decision they got or they didn't get against Celtic?
Well, that's what happens with them though when they get a decision against them. It's all let's write to the SFA. It's all they're the people basically, and anything that goes against them, it should be investigated. And let's face the facts here, right? That free kick, the minute I've looked at it, it's a stonewall free kick all day.
Oh, aye.
I don't care what anybody says. This isn't a Celtic bias. That is a free kick all day. And I don't know if you noticed the shove in the back I talked about on Sunday. There's a clear shove on the back, and his feet is in front of Lagerbielke before he touches the ball. That's a free kick all day for both the things that I just mentioned. There's a shove on the back, and his foot's in front of Lagerbielke, impeding him to get in the ball.
Well, every former referee's come out and said it's a free kick, so I don't know what they're complaining about, to be honest with you. But that's just them or the back into it. That's what they do. They complain about the slightest wee thing.
Well, we know what they're complaining about. They just get beat with 50,000 home fans, no Celtic fans, a totally depleted Celtic team.
It's to keep the hordes happy, isn't it? That's all that's about.
It's embarrassment, Xander. That's what they're complaining for. They're totally embarrassed by getting beat with our B team. With no Celtic fans there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a redneck guy. That's an embarrassment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all they can take out that game as an embarrassment to themselves, because that's what they are.
Aye. Mm-hmm. It was embarrassing for them as well. Even the result was embarrassing for them, because you just said they couldn't beat Celtic's B team, and that is embarrassing. But that was Celtic. Well, back to Celtic. They were outstanding on Sunday. I'm still very proud of every one of their players. Was there anything else you noticed in the game, John, you wanted to bring up for the game on Sunday? Or do you want to park it there?
The thing that stood out for me was the penalty decision for Celtic. We've already discussed that. That was a stonewall all day. Stonewall penalty all day. And the free kick that went against Rangers was a free kick. There's no complaint.
Mm-hmm.
So that basically is the two things that we wanted to discuss about the game.
Yeah. When you go, John.
But that's it. Like I says on Sunday, I couldn't care less what happens to them. but they're just a laughing stock, if you ask me. They've got absolutely no complaint, and they're talking about writing to the SFA. Well, good luck to them with that. Nothing will happen with it. They actually think the SFA's on Celtic side constantly. I can't believe they think that. The amount of decisions that go for them.
It's the only club in Britain that's not had a penalty against them in nearly 2 years. So, they had not one penalty against them at Ibrox in 2 seasons.
That speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll move on, John. We're 4 points clear. Move into the next game against Dundee. Hopefully, we can keep up the high level of performance and start burying these teams early, as you said on the last podcast. But we'll park that just now. We'll move on. Kasper Schmeichel, the rumours of him joining Celtic. Well, he's obviously joined Anderlecht. He would have been a good keeper for us, wouldn't he?
Aye, absolutely. I've seen him at Celtic. But I did say I kind of see it happening at the time, and it hasn't happened. So it's just it'd been good to have another quality keeper like that, you know. But going by Big Joe Hart's performance on Sunday, I thought he played a blinder, Big Joe Hart. But we do need another good quality keeper there. I don't think Scott Bain's the answer, you know.
No, he's not the answer. And Hart did have a brilliant game on Sunday, but he was linked with Celtic. And the Brendan Rodgers link as well, it just made us think there was a wee chance he could come to Celtic. But as you say, it's not going to happen. He's moved to Anderlecht. He was a free agent, and we move on for that as well, I suppose.
Now you had, I was listening to Radio Clyde yesterday, and all the football phone in.
I don't listen to that anymore. I don't listen to that.
I don't either, but I think after we've played a derby game, it's always good to listen to it if we've won. It's always good to hear what the Rangers fans' opinions of their defeat was. So it was hysterical.
Just after the COVID years and listening to that, Clyde, that was enough to put me off. They're totally anti-Celtic, and I've not listened to it ever since. So I don't listen to Clyde. That's even when Celtic beat Rangers and stuff like that, I refuse to listen to them. But I can imagine what the Rangers fans were like. They must have been raging on that, eh?
Oh, it was hysterical. It was just, apart from the phone-ins, I was watching it on YouTube. There was a wee chat one day opened, and it was just like probably 80% Celtic fans. The banter was unbelievable. The Celtic fans were getting right in amongst it with the boos and all that. That was everybody that typed something put boo after it.
And the Celtic fans are quite funny sometimes, aren't they? All right, Matt O'Reilly, Sky are reporting he's going to sign a new contract, an extension to his contract. Would you like to see Matt O'Reilly stay for another 3 or 4 years, John?
Right, I think so. I mean, we know he's a good player. He's a very capable player. His first season for us, he was amazing. But I think just the start of this season, he's been a bit kind of slow, But he'll get there. I think all the players will improve under Rodgers. And we know Matt O'Reilly's got the ability. I think it's up to Brendan Rodgers to get it out of him, because he is a half decent player, Matt O'Reilly. I really do like him.
He played really well on Sunday.
It was like I says on Sunday, it was a wee bit anonymous next to McGregor, but who wasn't he? To be honest with you, apart from Liam Scales and Dyson Maeda, that was our top picks, wasn't it? Maeda, Scales, and McGregor.
Aye, they were
on Sunday.
Hart as well. Aye, but the whole team played well, and we got the result. According to Sky, Leeds came in with a 10 million bid for O'Reilly, and that's why Celtic have moved to extend his contract. So I hope he does stay. I hope he does sign that extension to his contract, and we've got him for another 3 or 4 years, because I think he's a really decent player. See, Celtic have released a DVD of the treble we won last year. The historic 8th treble for Celtic. They released a double DVD. You going to buy that?
No, I don't buy DVDs, Xander.
The reason why I was bringing it up is because I didn't realise they still made DVDs.
All right.
I thought DVDs were a thing of the past.
Well, I suppose for specialist subjects like that, they would release DVD. I don't buy them anyways, but I suppose if it's a specialist thing like that, or like not specialist, but a special occasion like that, where else would they release it? Amazon, maybe? Something like that?
Aye, aye. I just thought it was quite funny. They released a DVD. I've not seen a DVD in about 10 years.
Well, I don't know. I don't buy DVDs. I've not bought a DVD for about 10 years either, but DVD mad, that boy. No, I don't buy DVDs.
Aye, well, I'll not be buying it anyway, but good luck to anybody that buys it and hope they enjoy it. As you said at the start of the pod's international duty, there's a lot of Celtic players away in international duty. I'll just go through them quickly, right? I've got a McGregor away with Scotland, Lagerbielke away with Sweden, Abada away with Israel, Palmer away with Honduras, Kyogo and Maeda away with Japan, O, Yang and Kwon all away with South Korea, Home away with Norway, and Bernardo away with Portugal. That's 10, I think. 10 players. 11, sorry, away in international duty. That's a lot, isn't it?
It is a lot. But we have got a lot of international level players at Celtic. I'm surprised Hatate isn't mentioned there again, and saying that he's injured, isn't he? But he doesn't get a start for Japan anyway.
No, he doesn't, no.
He's the best, to me, he's the best Japanese player at Celtic. Yeah. But he never gets a start for Japan, surprisingly. Did you say Kyogo's away?
Kyogo's away, aye. He's gone. He's away.
Well, he's another one that doesn't get a start for Japan.
I just hope any of these players get injured. That's a big worry. I mean, you think of Kyogo getting injured with Japan, that'd be a sickener, wouldn't it, if he came back injured?
It certainly would, because we've not got any cover for him, apart from O, who's still a bit raw for me. He's not ready for the first team.
McGregor, another worry if he gets injured with Scotland. He plays every game, doesn't he?
Aye, he plays every game for Scotland. That is a huge concern. Well, it's always a concern with any Celtic players going away. But that's international duty for you, innit? You don't know what's going to happen when it's finished.
No, that's it. It's just fingers crossed time, isn't it? Keep everything crossed.
Aye. Is it? I'm just thinking about the Japan team. Is Kyogo, did I think, doesn't he start for Japan? He doesn't get called up.
I think he played the last game. He got called up the last time, and they've called him up again. So he's definitely away in international duty with Maeda. Two of them are away.
Aye. No, that must be since he's been at Celtic anyway. That's the first Kyogo's been called up, I think.
No, he got called up the last international break. John, he got called up. In fact, he scored. He scored for Japan in the last international break.
Aye. No, I'm just surprised that he never get called up until the last one. Then it's because he's such a gifted striker, Maeda normally plays up for Japan.
Aye. I know he's outstanding player. Two of them are outstanding. So good luck to all the boys away in international duty anyway, and fingers crossed they'll come back fit and ready to go to face Dundee.
The last thing we want is more injuries, because we've got enough of that just now. Our best players are some of our best players.
Just one thing I wanted to add to end the podcast, John, was Celtic women played today in the Champions League qualifiers away to Brøndby, and they won 1-0. So they've got a 1-0 lead to bring back to Glasgow. Champions League qualifier. Women are doing okay, aren't they?
Aye, that's a good result. I seen the result, but I don't think the game was on or anything. But aye, well done, the Celtic women's team. Is that the first game for the Champions League for the women's team?
I think it is, aye. That's the first qualifier.
Well, they're after a good start then, aye.
That's a good result, isn't it? Away in Sweden, in Brøndby, and they come back with a 1-0 win. So hopefully they can finish off the job back in Glasgow when they play them in the return leg. So well done to the Celtic ladies as well. Anything you want to add, John?
No, really. I'm just thinking back to the weekend's game. Still a wee bit of a high after that.
What did you do on Sunday night?
Nothing. Drank tea.
Drank tea. No. Had a few whiskies and cola. It was lovely. What a night. nice and relaxing. Big smile on my face the whole night. Still a smile on my face now, mind you, but that was a great day on Sunday. Sun was splitting the sky and just a lovely day. So thanks to Celtic and Brendan Rodgers for a nice weekend.
Oh, it was a lovely weekend, aye. It's one of the games. I think if you asked every Celtic fan, are you confident before going into it? I think you'd find probably most days weren't that confident going into that game. So to come away from that with a 1-0 win was unbelievable. I mean, I just didn't expect it. I says that to you Sunday. I did not expect it. When I seen the starting lineup, I didn't expect it.
I think most 90% of the Celtic fans were the exact same, John. They seen the lineup, the form going into the game, put everything together. No Celtic fans, sorry, and it wasn't looking good. But as I says, I did predict a win, so I'm sticking with that. I've got 2 predictions right in a row, so I'm going to give you my Dundee prediction at the next weekend. Sorry, so hopefully it'll be 3 in a row.
No, I've not given you my prediction for the weekend, but the only prediction I've got right so far was the Celtic women's team against Montrose.
Aye, 9-0.
9-0. So that was it.
Yeah.
But I've not got any of that. If I was to put a prediction on Celtic v Dundee a week on Saturday, I'd say Celtic. That win at Ibrox has given them a bit of confidence, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking the Celtic the back. Dundee's been doing not too bad, mind you, but can't see anything other than a Celtic win there. I'll go for maybe a 4-0 now.
4-0. I'm not giving you my prediction then. I'll wait till the players come back for their international duty. I take this serious.
Well, I'm saying 4-0 anyway.
But I'm the same as you. A comfortable Celtic win, 3 or 4-0 isn't it? So I am the same as you.
Is that you done then? Is that you happy with that?
I've just went through everything we've had to go through unless there's anything you want to add.
Nah, nothing really. Just no, that'll do it for now. It gives some of the Celtic fans that come onto the channel something to listen to. But just on the channel, it's doing not too bad now. Was it 2.7 thousand subscribers, isn't it?
Nearly 2.8 thousand subscribers. It's doing okay. Channel's doing okay. But we don't push for subscribers or anything. If people subscribe, we're very thankful, very grateful for that. But we're not a podcast that pushes for likes and subscribes. We just do this to talk about Celtic, really.
Aye, just you let the Celtic fans know there's a lot of videos on this channel, though. Good Celtic content, isn't it? Just podcasts, you know.
Aye, there's a lot of videos. There must be nearly 100 Celtic videos on the channel. All right, John, we'll leave it there. Good luck to Scotland on Friday anyway. Hope the players come back that are on international duty injury free. And we'll leave it there for the day. Okay, buddy?
Okay, no worries, Xander. I'll speak to you soon.
Thanks for coming on, John. Appreciate that. See you after.
See you later, Xander. Hail, hail.
Hail, hail.